Hey everyone, Allison Berger here, and in this video, I'm going to help you pack for your trip to Morocco. Before we get started, just a friendly reminder to please use my Amazon and LTK links that are provided for you in the description of this video. I have curated lists for you for your Morocco trip, and by you shopping through these links, it helps support me and my channel, so I really appreciate you doing that. So now let's get into the fun stuff. The first thing you need to know is that I took my 10-day trip in the beginning of May, and my 10 days included traveling throughout the entire country. So this is important to keep in mind in case your trip is at a different time of the year and doesn't include visiting all of the cities that I went to. So with that being said, I think the overall theme for this trip, if you also happen to be traveling to Morocco in May, is to have light layers that you can take on and off depending on where in the country you are going, and even depending on the time of day. My first stop was in Marrakech, and it was very hot when I was there. So I wore a very lightweight dress for my first day of sightseeing. I got mine from Old Navy, but I will say that in the morning it was still a little chilly when I had breakfast on my rooftop at the Riad, so I was glad to have a lightweight jacket with me. The one clothing item that I specifically bought for this trip was a pair of linen pants that I also got at Old Navy. They had a bunch of different styles, and for me being petite, this style that I got was the best for me, and I didn't have to worry about getting my pants hemmed, and I wore these linen pants multiple times throughout the trip, especially during the time that we had out in the desert. They were perfect for this time. Now, speaking of the desert, let's talk about that. It will be super hot during the day, but the temperature definitely goes down at night and in the morning, which you will be awake for both of those moments because seeing the sunrise and sunset in the desert is something you cannot miss out on seeing. So being in the desert, layers are definitely important. When we got to Fez and further into the mountains, like in Chefchaouen, I was really glad that I had my jeans with me and another pair of long pants because it was a little chillier in these cities. I also think it was important to have a light jacket or sweater throughout the trip, but especially in these cities, I was glad to have it. When we started heading south again and down the coast, so in cities like Tangier and Rabat, it started getting warmer again, so I actually wore shorts on one of these days because it did get warm enough. But pay attention to where you are going when you are wearing shorts, because if you happen to be in Casablanca, for example, and trying to get into the Grand Mosque, you will not be allowed to enter the mosque wearing shorts. I would have at least one swimsuit with you because usually in the desert there's a pool at whatever riad you're staying in, and it'll be hot enough so you'll get to relax and lounge by the pool for a bit. So in regards to clothing, I think the most important thing is to have layers that you can take on and off depending on if it's hot or cold in the various cities that you visit. I got really lucky with the weather when I was in Morocco. It only rained one of the days, and that was on the drive from the desert to Fez, which was just a really long driving day. So thankfully the weather really didn't affect anything throughout our tour. The only thing that we decided not to do that day was walk around the town they called Little Switzerland because it was raining. So I think we did have an umbrella with us only because we were in Paris before arriving in Morocco. But depending on the time of year you visit Morocco, you might want to bring a rain jacket or have an umbrella with you, just in case. Now, here are some things that I wish I would have brought or I just wasn't aware of that I want to make you aware of so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. So first, throughout the entire trip, my lips were always dry and I kept reapplying my lip gloss. So I would definitely make sure you have plenty of chapstick or a lip mask because I was using mine nonstop. Make sure you have plenty of sunscreen for your face every day and your body, especially when you're out in the desert. I did bring bug spray with me, but I didn't end up using it. I feel like this would have been one of those situations where if I didn't bring it, I would have wished I did have it with me. In the markets, there are definitely a lot of flies, but thankfully I did not get bit by any mosquitoes. And I think I may have actually used my bug spray in Marrakech, but nowhere else that I can really remember. I do wish I brought another pair of sandals or easy slip-on shoes. I was trying to be very cautious of my packing because I was going to Europe before and after the 10 days in Morocco, so I kept my shoes to a minimum. But I do wish for the desert specifically, when I stayed in the camp, that I had just another pair of like my Tevas to walk in, or even when we would go to breakfast at the Riad, I wish I had just something else to throw on besides my sneakers. You know, give the toes a break. Visiting Morocco reminded me of what it was like for me when I visited Thailand. where I needed to have toilet paper with me all the time. So one thing I wasn't expecting was to have to pay to use a restroom, and most of the time they were looking for you to pay in exchange of getting toilet paper. So if you have your own toilet paper, you can save money. Also, if you don't stop at the attendant and just kind of walk in pretending, I have no idea what's going on, that's another way for you to save money and having to avoid paying to use the loo. But definitely make sure you have some tissues or travel-sized toilet paper, which I definitely linked in my Amazon storefront for you. Now let's talk about headscarves or shawls. I brought some of my own scarves from home to wear, but what I wore during my camel ride in the desert was purchased at a local shop before arriving in the desert, which I think you should wait to do as well. It's a great way to support the local businesses. And at this time, I also bought the scarf that I ended up wearing in Fez and in Casablanca. The other type of shopping that I did when I was in Morocco was in Fez mostly, and that's where they're known for leather. So I did get a leather jacket from a tannery and a belt and a change purse. Be sure to negotiate in all of the markets and Medinas. It is a part of their culture and they do expect you to negotiate. But you do want to be careful that when you do shop in the Medinas that you don't buy something that's coming from China. We were warned that that is something that happens in these Medinas. But if you see someone working outside of their shop, or if you go to a specific ceramic factory, you know you're getting a product that is made in Morocco. Speaking of things to be aware of, now this only happened to me in Fez, thankfully, but apparently it can happen in any of the major cities. If anyone stops you and tells you, oh, you can't go this way, it's for Muslims only, this is their way of trying to trick you and to get you lost, and then trick you into paying them for them thinking that they helped you, but in actuality, they just got you lost and did not help you whatsoever. So if anyone says this to you when you're walking around the Medina, just say to them, no, thank you. And if you are actually lost, go into one of the stores and talk to someone who actually works there. Maybe even go into a restaurant. Just don't talk to someone that's just walking down the street. Go into a business and you won't have that problem. Besides that one incident, I felt very safe throughout the entire country of Morocco. The people were very friendly and happy to share their culture and way of life. This was one of my dream trips that I've been waiting to go on, and it exceeded any and all expectations I could have had. I didn't expect there to be so many different landscapes and environments. I'd say my favorite experience was riding ATVs in the desert at sunset, but really everything I did and learned about and experienced in each city was truly enjoyable. And I hope that you have just as enjoyable of a trip as I did. Now, in case I missed anything and you have any other questions about your upcoming trip to Morocco, please feel free to leave them below in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you. So until next time, I'm Allison Berger, and don't forget, I'm FunSized.